Hey everyone, Dennis Kaye here with Belize Islands Real Estate. Hey, listen, I just got a great Zoom call with Keith and Raquel, and they're looking to come down next January and check out property in Belize. And they were wondering where to stay. They have their eye on mainly checking out the smaller, quieter subdivisions on the northeast side of Ambergris Caye. So that would be, for example, Punta Azul North, Punta Azul South, Habaneros, maybe even a few of the ones a little bit closer to town. I got some things in there that I want to show them, but they're wondering about places to stay south of Margaritaville, either Airbnbs or resorts. This will be their first time in the island. All right. So they're asking me where to stay, and they want to be in an area where they are thinking about purchasing, or rather, I advised them on that. So here's the thing, guys. If you are looking to come down and your main goal is to look at property that you want to purchase, all right, you can stay anywhere on the island. You can stay at the big fancy resorts, you can stay at little hole in the wall boutique places or Airbnbs. But what I would recommend, if possible, stay in the area where you think you want to buy after doing all your research. Now, once you get there, you might realize that that area isn't for you, which is okay. You can look at other areas. But what I found is if you can try to stay at least close to the area that you want to end up buying, it gives you a true vibe for the area. So, for example, if you want to purchase property in Secret Beach, then you probably wouldn't want to stay at Victoria House, which is on the southeast side of the island. It's a beautiful place to stay, great restaurant. I highly recommend it. But to get from there up and over to Secret Beach, you're trying to really explore two completely different worlds at once. And it's really hard to get the feel, because what you're doing is you're driving through town, you're driving the road up north, you're driving over, and then when you get to Secret Beach, you're in that world and you get a feel for it, and then you're going all the way back. So you're doing a lot of transportation and you're not really giving yourself enough time to absorb the area. So what I would do in that situation is, if you really like Victoria House or Grand Caribe or Mahogany Bay Village or wherever, and you want to, see those areas as well, take your 7 or 8 or 9 nights and at least split it up. So spend, if you want to buy at Secret Beach, try to spend 3 or 4 nights in and around Secret Beach to really get a feel for the area, and then go and enjoy yourself at one of the other resorts. So this particular couple, they are thinking that while they want to check out Secret Beach and the availability of real estate there, they really have their eye on some of these northeastern properties. So what I want to do is just give them an idea of where I would stay if I were them. So here's Margaritaville. All right. So going from here south, you have this little subdivision here called Punta Azul North. So I highly recommend they look for available property in there as an option. Coming down a little bit farther north, you're going to have Sapphire, or excuse me, south. This is north south. Sapphire Beach. All right. This is a beautiful resort, great pool, nice restaurant. You can see by the pictures, it's just fantastic. Now, normally, I would not recommend that a person come down as their first visit and spend all their time at Tranquility Bay, or excuse me, at Sapphire Beach, because it is so far north that, once they're there, they're there. It's a long drive into town. It's a long drive over to Secret Beach. All right. So it's one of those places that, you can chill, you can relax, you can read a book, but there's not a lot going on around it. But it's a good place to stay for 2, 3, 4 nights if you think you want to invest in some of those surrounding subdivisions. So definitely put that on your short list of places to stay, at least to put you up in the area to get a vibe for the northeast side and to see what it's like. Coming down a little bit further south, I recommend Extanha. Extanha is right here. Extanha is a beautiful resort. You can see they have 1 and 2 bedroom condos, beautiful pool, excellent restaurant. Most of these units have direct views of the Caribbean Sea. Got a really nice feel to it. Check out the colors of these waters, guys. Water is absolutely beautiful. Nice bar there over the water. Beautiful. So Ekshtan Ha. I recommend this place. Coming down a little bit further south, you have Portofino. Portofino is also really nice. A little bit older resort, but it's got a lot of charm. And I love the food there. They also have a great pool. Just a beautiful place. All right, what else do we got to show you? Mata Chica. All right, this is going to be a splurge because you can see the price bumped up 557, and that price is in euros. Whereas compared to, well, let's go to Sapphire Beach, 118. All right, so there's a big price difference. Why? Well, Mata Chica is one of those, honeymoon places, couples only, but absolutely stunning. You can see here by the pictures. So if you want to treat yourself, take yourselves to Mata Chica. You won't regret it. Might break the bank a bit, but it's absolutely fantastic. So you'll love it. All right, coming down now, this is Indigo. Indigo is also really nice. I featured this in one of our HGTV shows. Indigo is nice, but now you're right at the turnoff road to Secret Beach. So this particular couple wanted to stay a little bit farther north to get to know the north side. So those are the ones I'd recommend. Now, as far as Airbnbs go, there are a good number of Airbnbs up here. So for example, I pulled up Airbnb. When you look in these areas, couple of them here. This looked really reasonable. Also has really good ratings, 4.85, 126 a night for a nice one bedroom. All right, that's pretty nice. Simple, but it's all you need. Right on the beach. Looks like they got some kayaks there. All right, very good. What else we got here? That's pretty beautiful. Check out this one, guys. Right on the beach. Look at that. So that's your bedroom, has AC. You wake up looking at that every morning. Coffee in the morning, little cocktail or some wine at night. Simple, nothing fancy, but absolutely beautiful. All right, maybe I'll show you one more. What else do I like up in this area? Of course, you got private homes for 1,000 a night. Gives you an idea. And then coming down a little bit more. Yeah, you're coming down now to the turnoff road to Secret Beach. Where's the Tudo one? There you go. These are pretty cool. This is a beautiful property, guys. Check out this. All right. Very secluded, very private, cute little bungalows, front porch overlooking the Caribbean Sea, snorkeling, diving, fishing, everything you want to do right there. Absolutely stunning. So that's called Tuto. Oh, there's a great area view of it. All right. Yeah, there you go. So, Keith and Raquel, if you don't mind, I'm going to answer a few more questions that we talked about on our Zoom call, just because I think it might be valuable for our viewing audience to know this as well. So they asked the question, when we come down, should we bring any sort of funds with us in case we find a property and want to put it under contract? So the simple answer is no, you don't need to do that. What we do is if you're on the island and you want to put a property under contract, then we draft up the offer. It's very simple. It's 3 to 4 pages in length, depending on if it's a cash deal or financing. You'll sign off on the deal. We will docu-sign it or send it by email to the sellers, because the sellers could be anywhere in the world. They could be in Belize, Europe, Singapore, United States, Canada. So we email it to them. They'll sign it. Once we have that, we'll send that into the closing company, your title company of your choice. And then normally you can call your bank and have the earnest money sent to the escrow company of 10% of the purchase price. If your bank doesn't allow you to call, then you can simply wait till you get home, wire the 10% earnest money, and then the property is under contract. They had another question, how long does it take to close? So typically we go 45 to 60 days. Actually, the closing could take place in 48 hours if everybody was there at the same time with all the documentation, because actually closing on a property is a very simple process in Belize. So why does it take 45 days to 60 days? Simply because the amount of time it takes your title company to do a proper title search, but then to prepare the title transfer forms, FedEx it to the sellers FedEx it to the buyers FedEx it back. So there's several moving parts, several different pieces to the puzzle to get the closing done. Typically, we allow ourselves 45 to 60 days before closing. A couple other questions they had where where to stay, property under contract. Oh, where's the best place? That was a good question. So Raquel asked, where is the best area on Ambergris Caye to purchase? And there is no best area. And anybody that tries to tell you there's a best area probably has some ulterior motive in mind. A lot of it depends on your personality. So first of all, your family situation overall, your mobility, how comfortable you are getting around the island, knowing this isn't a developed island. You're going to be driving around with a golf cart. Some of the roads are bumpy. You're going to be coming and going sometimes, spending a half hour in a golf cart, maybe more, depending on where you're going. So your comfort level of, traveling around the island, bounce around in the golf cart, your health, your age, but also your family situation. So if you have, children who are going to school, you're going to be want to closer to the schools. If you like to be around a lot of things to do, a lot of nightlife, and obviously you need to put yourself in an area where you have easier access to those things. If you are the kind of person that just likes to get up, read a book all day, play some games with the friends, and have a couple cocktails at night, then you can go a little bit further out to those remote areas. Sometimes it depends on your budget. Do you have the budget to buy something in a fully established area? So for example, like Tres Cocos, or like, anywhere between, let's say, San Pedro Town and Victoria House on the east side, that's going to be a lot higher budget than getting out of town a bit or further south a bit, where you still have very close access to many services and amenities, but because it's a little bit further than, where some people might want to be, you can save a lot of money and still have access to a lot of the same benefits, services, and amenities. So in my opinion, there is no best place. People say, well, where do you go? Where do you stay? Wherever I stay in the world depends on what the purpose of that trip is. On island, I stay as close to San Pedro town as possible because I'm constantly going to and from the airport, picking up clients, flying to the mainland, going around. So I like the places close to San Pedro, facing the Caribbean Sea. I'm a morning guy, so I'm up at the crack of 4:30 or 5 in the morning, coffee in hand, getting ready for the sunrise. But then at nighttime, I head over to Secret Beach and I watch the sunset from the swing bar. So I do get the best of both worlds. It wouldn't make sense for me personally to live too far out from civilization because, again, of how many interactions I have on a daily basis with clients and lunches and viewing properties and things like that. Where if you're just moving to the island and you are in complete retirement, you don't have an attachment to San Pedro, you don't have an attachment to bringing kids into a certain school, then it opens up the island for you. And then you just have to decide, okay, where do I want to be? What neighborhood has the right vibe and feel for me? And you can easily figure that out by a few day trip down. So come down, spend 7 or 8 days. And when you go to the south part of the island, take some time down there, go to lunch, or go down, have breakfast. You like Secret Beach? Don't just spend an afternoon at Secret Beach, partying and swimming and drinking at, Secret Beach Bar and Grill. Try to spend the night, try to spend the night. Go to one of the Airbnbs in the area, go to Casanova Cabanas, to spend a night or two, wake up, breathe the air, say, okay, now I understand. Now I see what the buzz is about. If you want that northeast side, go to some of the resorts I just recommended. Spend 2 or 3 nights, wake up with the sunrise, take the golf cart, drive around, explore the area, eat rice and beans at the local mom and pop shops. Say, okay, this area is nice, but I like this about this about that. You'll figure it out. Certain neighborhoods have a way of growing on you too. So you might not like a certain area at first, but sometimes just, taking a few minutes, looking around, taking in the vision, what will this become in the next 3, 5, 10 years? Can I see myself here? Can I make memories here? So there's a lot that goes into it. And the main thing is for many of you guys, just get down there and experience it and spending a day on the water, snorkeling, diving, fishing, taking a catamaran to Key Caulker, going out to the Blue Hole, just soaking in the lifestyle. It grows on you. Belize was a life changer for my wife and I, and we never looked back. It completely changed the trajectory of our lives, and I'm thankful very much every day that my wife came to me over 22 years ago now and said, I found us a country to move to. It's Belize. So I hope you guys have the same good experience. If you need anything, let me know, reach out. I'll put my email address in the video description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.